Thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Zaji and today I want to share with you a little bit about some sewing things. In particular, we're going to be talking about all of the things that I made in March. Now, every time I come to make these videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, how did the month go by so fast? And I'm just living life fast, I guess, because here I am on April 1st recording this video, and it is no joke. I really did make a few things in March that I'm very, very, very excited about. So if you like sewing content, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and continue watching. Okay, so I am real high energy today. I have been so excited to sit down and film this video. I really spent my time this morning getting all dolled up and glam and cute for you all to sit and talk about some sewing. I did make mostly things for my daughter this month. I think I made her maybe one more thing than I made myself. But I wanted to make a matching set for us with this dress because I loved the design. This is the Wren pattern from Chalk and Notch, and it released about a week ago. I think when this video goes up it will have been about a week ago, and it was just something I was so excited to be a part of the test for, because when Gabriella, the owner designer behind Chalk and Notch, when she released the first images of this design, I was just ready to make it. So ready. I had a bit of a mom brain moment, and my printer, oh y'all, I had a lot of stress. I had a lot of stress around making this pattern because my printer had stopped working. I'd had this printer for probably 3 years. I maybe paid $30 for it, and if you see how many patterns I sew, I put it through the ringer, okay? It died out on me. I tried to revive it. It was not having it. I had to order another printer. Of course, everything is a little bit slower with all that's going on with COVID-19 and the restrictions and all of that. So I had asked my husband to print out the pattern at work, and I told him the wrong size. You know when you just have to like act like you're okay? Oh my gosh, I was so very annoyed with myself because he could have just printed it out again, but when you're testing something, it's usually on a deadline. I had already printed it out, and it was not until I was putting on the garment for the fit that I realized I sewed this in the wrong size. Thankfully, this pattern does offer 4 inches of wearing ease. So it is a rather oversized garment in terms of what I'm normally comfortable with. I talk a lot about this channel that I love, on this channel, that I love 2 inches of wearing ease. And coincidentally, I got that with the size 6. So I should have cut out a size 8 if I were to make the pattern the way it is designed to be worn. And it would still be really cute. However, I made it in the size 6, which puts me with 2 inches of wearing ease, and this dress is comfortable to wear. It's not too small or anything. It's just not as oversized as the intended fit would be, I guess. So, if you're making this garment and you're going to be sewing it up, and you want it to fit this way, you would have to size down 1 size, and that's obviously at your own discretion. I don't know what your body's like. I don't know what your fit's like. So that's just what I have done here. I went ahead and made it up in its entirety. I felt really heartbroken because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to promote my things with the launch of Wren because it doesn't look how Wren is designed to look. I am going to start sharing the pattern now that she's been able to kind of give a clear idea of what this pattern looks like and all of that. But yeah, I was really down. It really took me a long time to be okay with making that mistake and owning up to that mistake and being able to feel cute in my dress that does still fit me. So that's something that I really was feeling some kind of way about. So I have not taken pictures of this. I'm hoping to get pictures today so that I'm able to actually share this dress with you all on Instagram and, you know, all of that good stuff. But I love this design, and I was also a part of the mini version testing as well. So obviously Nala got another version, or I made another version for Nala, the small size. Hers is the same exact kind of options that I have. So I did my sleeves with the long lantern sleeve, and she has the longer lantern sleeve version for the kids. And the mini version doesn't have a cuff, it just has the elastic at the end of the sleeve to kind of gather it in. But everything else is the same. I use snaps for her instead of buttons because my daughter is still little and she does rip buttons off. And she'll try to take these snaps off. She's not going to be able to because I have an industrial press, so these are not coming off unless you cut them out. And so, listen, safety first. But I did hers with mint and pink because I wanted to highlight some of the mint in this design. As you know, and as you can see from this fabric, it's my absolute favorite. Yeah, can we talk about it? This fabric is from Minerva. I got the Lady McElroy crepe. I cannot remember what the name of this design is, but I'm going to have the information on the screen for you so that you can see it in all its dreamy wonder. Holy cow, I love this fabric. It is beautiful. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some pictures and be able to share some in this video so you can see how cute the mini version is and my version as well. But yeah, I felt real cute to put this outfit on. I got my makeup, well, I did my makeup and I did my hair, and I'm just real excited. Okay, so keeping it on the mini theme, I made something else for my daughter, and this is something that I have, I'm pretty sure already posted about on Instagram, so you can definitely check there to see the other photos of it as well, but I'll have those up here for you. I made my little cutie a hoodie, and it says, "Hello World," and it's in this really beautiful print that I got from Think It Fabrics, but this is in her French terry. And it was a report that I got from her. And a report is essentially just a yard of fabric, and there's multiple designs on the 1 yard piece so that you're able to make a full garment or a set depending on what size. All of those things play into it, but it's really nice for kids clothing because oftentimes I make Nala a top or something and I have so much fabric left over, but I needed the full yard for the length or whatever it is. And this was perfect because I didn't have really anything left over after I made this sweatshirt for her. And I made it in a size 2T. This is the Nicky oversized pattern from Made for Mermaids. And it still fits her, but I'm sure that her arms will grow out of it pretty soon. I really don't think I could have gotten the size 3T though because the report isn't that big. So, you know, it's nice that I was able to get this for her to be able to wear it for however long she's able to wear it. But I thought it would be perfect for springtime. And I didn't want to wait anymore because I bought this probably a year ago. I definitely bought this last year around this time. Maybe even at the beginning of the year last year. I don't know. But I never sewed anything up with it, and I was like, oh my gosh, nothing is going to fit anymore. So I went ahead and made the sweatshirt, and I thought the florals were perfect for springtime. She loves the purple. My daughter loves purple. I do not love purple. But my daughter does love purple, and she picks a lot of things out for herself in purple, thankfully, so that she still gets to wear, you know, some of her favorite colors. Okay, and so the last thing that I made for my daughter this month is another matching thing, but this is something that was matching for her and Dad. So I'm going to show you her version first. And this is the cutest little sweater dress ever, right? So this main part of the dress is from Think It Fabrics as well. This is another design that she did. This one says, "I love you." And this was for Valentine's Day last year. So I decided to use this. I think she says this is like a faux linen. This is also French terry, but it's meant to look like those kind of linen like a linen hatch, like a, I don't know, a faded linen dye. I don't know. I loved this design, and I love the olive hue on there. I thought it was so cute. And Nala really likes this print as well. So this I got as a romper panel, which is a different kind of report. And so I was able to get a dress cut out for my daughter, and this is also in a size 2. This is Ellie and Mac's Going Home sweater, which is one of my favorite patterns. I use that pattern pretty much every year. Every year that I've been sewing, I've made a Going Home sweater. And for my daughter, I usually make her a couple of them every year because it's what I use for t-shirts for her. It's what I use for sweater dresses. It's just such a nice pattern, and every time that I make it, I find another reason to love it. This time, the only thing that I changed was the bottom band. Instead of having a band that kind of cinched in more, I made it closer to 1-to-1. It's slightly smaller than the actual width of her dress, but it is just enough to finish off her hem, and I love it. I don't know. I thought that the stripes plus the hatches, I loved how cute and contrasting they looked, and I thought it was adorable. Anyway, so I made my husband a matching kind of thing. And so the next thing I'm going to show you is something that I made for my husband. Oftentimes I don't make things for my husband and my daughter to match. I can't even remember when was the last time that I really did. But I really knew that I was going to have just enough from something that I was making for my husband to also make something for my daughter. And why not take that opportunity to not only use up those scraps, because I am a huge fan of using the fabric until it is absolutely gone. And I got 2 yards of the fabric of this stripe. And I showed that to you all. I don't even know. It's been a while since I've shown this fabric, and I finally made the sweatshirt that I said I was going to make for my husband. Finally! Well, it's a sweater. It's not really a sweatshirt. This is a rather tight-fitting top, so it's not really meant to go over things. He could obviously layer with this when it starts to get cold again. But for now, going into spring, I thought this would just be a really nice light layer for my husband to have because, as I mentioned, he's really hot-natured, so he doesn't really like to wear sweaters that are very fuzzy or very cuddly because he will instantly sweat in them. So this is a nice lightweight French terry, and I just love the color of the stripes. I love this kind of brick red, and I thought it went perfectly with Nala's little brick red, so I made him the Lee Raglan shirt top pattern for Made for Mermaids with this design, and then the matching one is with this pattern. Now, I did make a Going Home sweater and a Lee Raglan for my husband when we did our Christmas outfits, or when I made those Christmas outfits, and those I posted about in a makes video, so I will put that makes video up top so that you can check it out. But yeah, I made another one, made one to match with my husband. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to share with you a pattern that I made, and this is a pattern that I'm making as another wish into warmer weather. You all know that I have been talking about how it's gonna be warm, it's gotta be warm, it's gonna start to be warm. I'm just hoping it's going to be warm. And it's because I don't make enough warm clothing, and I need to just start buying fabric for warmer clothing that I actually like. I buy a lot of warmer fabrics for my daughter and for my husband, but I don't tend to buy a lot of warmer fabrics for myself, and that makes no sense to me because I am someone who likes to be warm and not cold, and I'm always cold, so that would mean I should make more warm clothes, right? I don't know. Just my brain hasn't actually processed that I'm living in Colorado springtime and not Texas springtime, so yeah, every time I've been making things, it's been things that are not necessarily appropriate. Now, this dress is nice because of the style of it. It's very tunic-like, so I can get away with wearing this with leggings and being extra cute, and with some boots, and it being a whole little cutesy situation, and it doesn't look out of place because it's layered for springtime. It's a great pattern for spring. The McCalls 8009 does have a long sleeve option, but I chose to not only not use that option, but I also chose to make it in gauze. So this is not at all a spring option, but more so a summer option. But I made it because I used the pants version of this pattern, so I can easily layer leggings and a long sleeve top under this, and I intend to wear it that way tomorrow for my date with my husband. Y'all, I'm going on a date with my husband and I'm real excited. And I'm gonna wear this. And I'm so excited because I have been trying to incorporate more darker colors into my wardrobe because I am just not drawn to them. So I am excited to have this made up. I hope that I did get pictures from our date and I can share those in this video with you so you can see what this looks like. But I love this pattern. I have a review for it that's going up because I shared just a couple of tips that I had on constructing this pattern so it looks nice and pretty. I think that there are definitely many more of these to come in my future. I'm just debating right now on really if I'm going to wait to make another one. Yeah. Love this pattern. Love this print. Love the fit of this pattern. And if you're interested in more information about it, then go ahead and subscribe to this space, and I will be sharing the review in next week's video so that you're able to see a little bit more about this pattern. But I love it. I love this one. This was probably something that I have been thinking about. I've been thinking about this pattern for a really long time. I cut this out at the end of summer last year. And I waited. I was a good girl, and I waited until this year to make it because now I can actually fathom layering this and wearing it out because it's warm enough to get away with it, and it won't just sit in my closet for a really long time. So I'm very happy to have this pattern done and say that that is the end of my makes this month. Oh my goodness, we made it through to the end. What did you make this month? What were the things that you were really sewing up? Are you somebody who loves to make loungewear and you make a lot of it and it has proven useful to you and you're not a stubborn Betty like me and just won't make loungewear and be comfortable? Let me know down below. And yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this video. I'm going to love and leave you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.